what you call that radio. We're live. And we're going to go live to King of the Northeast on Amazing MC. Just be, can you hear me? Can
Yo,
you
man,
hear me?
I can't hear you, by the way, bro.
All right, it's my fault. Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you.
No, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Can't hear you.
All right, okay. Can someone let me know in the comments? Can you just hear me okay? My microphone's working okay. Do you want to log out and log back in again, mate? I think I'm here. Could you hear the music there? Okay. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Okay, 1 2 1 2. Log out and back in again. Let me just play a video, and we can go for that. Hold on.
I need to look inside to try to find that life is better. To calcify and open eyes like I'm Terence McKenna. You'll never ever enter heaven when the devil's got you wrapped around his finger. Want to talk, I've never learned me lesson, but still I'm using, I'm abusing myself. I'm not improving me health. It could be worse, it could be spooning a belt. Never confusing what I choose to be dealt. Still I'm stuck inside consumerism, losing me wealth. Yeah, but still I'm paranoid. Certain patterns that I avoid. You're rolling with a pack of loud, fuck that, I got a bag of noise. I put the shits up and I'm never missing. Every track I'm spitting's instant hitting. Pull it back and then reload the rhythm. You couldn't step inside me shoes, I'll say the vision. Cause the views are like I'm tripping, see the future like religion. Still I'm living a scene, killing a pain, tricking me brain. I couldn't be anyone thinking they're gonna get anywhere near what's simple and plain. Hey, you wanna talk about the catalogue? I dropped so many tracks, the laptop cannot manage them. And CDs, if I stack them up, they'll probably sound record. And I'm the same if the camera's on or the camera's off. And all I see is people stealing, jumping on a trend. Whilst I'm daydreaming, making it means to fucking and praying that I can make more than breaking even and leave the ends. I'm taking everything that you made away, never say again. Fuck, I'm sick of feeling stuck, heading towards a choice of feeding pups or water heating up. Just put the lines of ivory on tables and we'll clean them up. Just if it was a microphone, you know that I'd be freezing them. Still I kill it every season, just give us a reason to stop breathing and I leave them grieving or beating the demons. It's hard to live a life with no belief, not saying meaning. When you're stuck inside addictions, I be needing feeding. You tell yourself to pack it in, but now you're rattling. You try to grab the bull by the horns, but you can't grapple it. You're feeling lost inside a world you cannot manage. Feel like everybody's laughing, you just wanna turn your back on it. Now I'm telling them nothing, it doesn't matter. There's nothing that isn't matter. Still coughing, me lungs are haggard. You wanna tag it, but good, some more alpacas. I'll spit on the fucking bastards and piss on them from the rafters. Count a manti-fist, all the master of this disaster. I'm dancing around these MCs, nobody can do it faster. From my shit and round the globe and I'm back and I'm raising standards. I laugh in the face of all them MCs acting like fucking grandas. You're not a legend, you know when you're past ascension. I'm on the edge, getting closer now that I'm stepping out. See the ending, I'm knowing that every second I begin to waste, leads us closer towards me death. But I pledge allegiance to the music till I rest in peace, until I find the time and decide that it's best to leave. Fuck destiny, I couldn't be asked to read the stars. I check the leaves and cutting all the divvies off was easy, cause it's less to please. I couldn't get two shits if you're rocking a blue tick or move bricks. Or who's up in your videos and your crew, you're just clueless. You never felt the pain, you're not been through this. Gamble with me life until I flop or fucking lose it. I do this, I'm spitting the wickedest lyrics until I get sick and I'm in love with blue lips. Or digging a hole and sticking it into the ground and leaving it putrid. And thinking that everything could have been different is stupid. This life is complicated, leaves you twisted like a Rubik's, so move it.
Psychedelic experience is the replay of human history in the individual mind. Right. If you don't know where you came from, you don't know who you are.
Amazing stuff.
Still can't hear you, man.
You can't hear me. You can't
I
hear
don't know
me.
what's happening. I heard the music fine.
Yeah.
But I can't hear your microphone for
Cat
some
one.
reason.
Do you? There's. See if you log back. Hold on.
I'm
If
not
you
sure
log,
what's happening, mate.
and I've been getting messages that everyone can hear me, but you can't, which is strange. What about? Well, you can't hear me anyway. You can't hear me. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? I'm confused, man. I'm confused. I'm confused too. Okay, let's just. You could hear me before. You can't hear me now. So we did that. So just to fill you in, we had a little sound check there that worked fine.
Mhm.
But there's a little. Just log out and back in and check settings before you log in. There is mic audio settings on StreamYard. Bear with us, people. Bear with us. It'll be worth the wait to hear the legendary Just Be. We're just dealing with some technical issues just now, which happens. I think it's because they turned the Hadron Collider off. Which is I don't know anything about physics, but I like watching things about physics because nobody knows about quantum physics. It's quite reassuring to hear experts talk, basically shrugging their shoulders and saying they don't know anything. I just changed my phone this week, 2 days ago, and as an elderly millennial, it's the first time I've felt old with technology. The new phones are strange. It's went a bit Blade Runner. I had to wait 2 days to get a PIN to open the SIM card. Every single app wanted a password. And then I've got AI, all these new AI things saying, would you like an AI assistant? I don't want an AI assistant. I don't want one. I don't know what Gemini. I don't need Gemini. I don't need ChatGPT. Bixby. If you can hear me, type in Bixby. Who knows what the fuck that is? But yeah, we're getting there. And it's maybe a full moon. There's maybe a solar thing going on. But we are Just Be is just logging out and back in again. Sound check went fine. But there seems to be. Do you like my window? Do you like my window? Bixby, so you can hear me. Yeah. Bixby. What the fuck is Bixby? So yeah, Just Be is going to be with us in a moment. And I'll just introduce him. We'll just start the recording for here for the audio podcast listeners. Just Be, I met about, I don't know, maybe 12, 13 years ago. And it was either through Donald Jenkins or the Milk the Cow podcast that's now known as Cow Daily. One of the guys recommended Just Be, and we brought him to perform our Boom Bap Soup Roll stage at Audio Soup in the Borders. And he was incredible, absolutely incredible. It blew me away. And it was the first time that I'd been kind of introduced to hip hop in a Geordie accent. I'm going to get clarification if it's okay to say Geordie, because I know that it Just Be represents Ashington, which is about 15 miles outside of Newcastle upon Tyne. And I know that there's a little bit of a difference in the accent, so we'll hopefully get into that later on. And then most recently, I met Just Be on the beautiful tropical Isle of Arran when he messaged me. He noticed that we were putting on a wee festival called Wee Solarfest, and he asked if he could get involved. And of course, the answer was yes. It's always an honour to have that guy on the stage. And we hope we will have him on the stage very soon for you as we sort out these technical issues. So I'm going to play you one more of his tunes in the meantime. I think that's probably a good shout. For anyone just tuned in, Just Be will be with us in a little moment. Let's see, Just Be killing it. So we're going to play a tune and try again. We'll be back in a moment with the legendary king of the Northeast, Just Be.
I need to look inside to try to find that life is better. To calcified and opened eyes like I'm Terrence McKenna. You'll never ever enter heaven when the devil's got you wrapped around his finger. Want to talk, I've never learned me lesson, but still I'm abusing myself. I'm not improving me health. It could be worse, it could be spooning a belt. Never confusing what I choose to be dealt. Still I'm stuck inside consumerism, losing me wealth. Yeah, but still I'm paranoid. Certain patterns that I avoid. You're rolling with a pack of loud. Fuck that, I got a bag of noise. I put the shits up and I'm never missing. Every track I'm spitting's instant hitting. Pull it back and then reload the rhythm. You couldn't step inside me shoes, I'll say the vision. Cause the views are like I'm tripping, see the future like religion. Still I'm living a CM, killing a pain, tricking me brain. I couldn't be anyone thinking I'm gonna get anywhere near. I was simple and plain. Hey, you wanna talk about the catalogue? I dropped so many tracks, the laptop cannot manage them. And CDs, if I stack them up, they'll probably stand with God. And I'm the same if the camera's on or the camera's off. And all I see is people stealing, jumping on a trend. Whilst I'm daydreaming, making it means to fucking and praying that I can make more than breaking even and leave the ends. I'm taking everything that can made away and never say again. Fuck, I'm sick of feeling stuck, heading towards a choice of feeding pups or water heating up. Just put the lines of ivory on tables and we'll clean them up. Just give us a microphone, you know that I'll be freezing them. Still I kill it every season, just give us a reason to stop breathing and I leave them grieving, not beating the demons. It's hard to live a life with no belief, not saying meaning. When you're stuck inside addictions, I be needing feeding. You tell yourself to pack it in, but now you're rattling. You try to grab the bull by the horns, but you can't gravel it. You're feeling lost inside a world you cannot manage. Feel like everybody's laughing, you just wanna turn your back on it. Now I'm telling them nothing, it doesn't matter. There's nothing that isn't matter. Still coughing, me lungs are haggard. You wanna tag it with goats, I'm more alpacas. I'll spit on the fucking bastards and piss on them from the rafters. Count them anti-fist, all the master of this disaster. I'm dancing around these MCs, nobody can do it faster. From my shit and round the globe and I'm back and I'm raising standards. I laugh in the face of all them MCs acting like fucking grandas. You're not a legend, you know when you're past ascension. I'm on the edge, getting closer now that I'm stepping out. See the ending, I'm knowing that every second I begin to waste leads us closer towards me death. But I pledge allegiance to the music till I rest in peace, until I find the time and decide that it's best to leave. Fuck destiny, I couldn't be asked to read the stars. I check the leaves and cutting all the divvies off was easy, cause it's less to please. I couldn't get two shits if you're rocking a blue tick or move bricks. Or who's up in your videos and your crew, you're just clueless. You never felt the pain, you're not been through this. Gamble with me life until I flop or fucking lose it. I do this, I'm fitting the wickedest lyrics until I get sick and I'm in love with blue lips. Or digging a hole and sticking this into the ground and leaving it putrid. And thinking that everything could have been different is stupid. This life is complicated, leaves you twisted like a Rubik's, so move it.
Psychedelic experience is the replay of human history in the individual mind. Right. If you don't know where you came from.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Yes. Just Be in the house.
We got
How's it going,
that, yeah.
mate?
Aye, good man, good man.
Good stuff, good stuff. We just listened to Terrence McKenna there. What an absolute tune, mate.
Definitely, man, I love it.
It's correct. So yeah, because I hadn't listened to it for a while, but you shared it again because you were back in the place that you filmed it originally,
Aye,
and you just spat it. You just spat it.
Yeah, man. Just relived the video again because I was up there, well, down there, up in it's at Kielder. If you've ever been there before.
I've not been there, mate. I was going to get into that. I don't know how much you heard while I was talking, but I gave you a bit of an introduction there.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything, right? So no. I was just wanting to clarify because obviously in the YouTube title I said Newcastle, but I'm aware it's Ashington, and it's Ashington has got a bit of a twist in the accent. So just for us ignorant Scottish or people who are not from the northeast, tell us about Ashington? What's the differences? Is it okay to be linked with Newcastle, Jordan? Is it they rivals or what's going on?
Nah, we're not rivals and all that. Ashington's just like more of a small mining town about 16, 17 miles north of Newcastle. So our accent's just slightly different to theirs. More like a pitmatic dialect, you know, like from all the mining history and stuff. So
could you give us one of the differences? Because I think I've heard this before, but could you give me an example? What's different? What would you say from
what's different with the like accent and that?
Yeah.
So like for instance, the pronunciation of the word like dog would be like dog, but like in Ash it's like dog, like DERG sort of pronunciation, like dog, frog, Bob. So anything with that sound. Like I'm Robert, but I get called Bob.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the sort of twang. There's other stuff as well, but like that's the main one that people always like remember.
The first time I think you were my introduction to hip hop from the Northeast. So absolutely the king of the Northeast, as far as I'm concerned. There's nobody even close, but I'm sure that there's lots of good guys we can shout out because you've got a gig at the Clooney on the 18th. So we'll get to that in a bit. But I remember the first time you came along to Audio Soup, the first time I met you, many years ago now. I think
I think. Was that about 2014? What is it?
Good guess. It sounds about right. Because you know that way, but you just think everything's about 10 years ago, but it's probably a lot longer than that. I would say 12, 13.
I'd say about, I think I came doing twice, to be fair. I think I came doing 2014 and 2015, to be fair.
That's right. And there was it was you came along, you smashed it, and I remember at the time being pure grateful for you for travelling all this way because you were in Scotland, but we were in the borders, and then when I checked the maps, I realised that I'd travelled longer than you to get to the borders. But I went, thank you so much for travelling all this way. And
it was like about an hour.
Yeah, you would travelled an hour. I think I did about 2.5.
Lovely.
But yeah, the Boom Bap Roll 10, that was good times. And then obviously recently you came all the way to Arran at the wee Solarfest last year. Did you have a good time in the Isle?
I loved it, man. Class. Really enjoyed it.
You like a hike. Did you do Goat Fell? Did you do it?
Well, me and my pal attempted it, but it was just too hot, man. We got like halfway, and I was like, I'm going to be on the mic later. I'm like, if we get to the top of here, and then we'll have to come all the way back down. And I was like, nah. So we'll give up, but I would like to go back and do it. But like when we were there, we're drinking and stuff, I was like, nah, this is not the day for it. Like,
there's actually, I seen a thing on YouTube the other day. I think it might be BBC, but it was on YouTube. And it was a guy who fell off Goat Fell. And he was fine. He fell off the top. And it wasn't fine. It was badly injured, but he's fine. He was like talking about it and all that.
I know.
So it's when you so that was a long time ago. You've been rapping for a long time. You were already brilliant back then. When did you start, and what was how long did it take you to? Because obviously you make it look effortless, but a lot of hard work went into that clearly.
What do you mean? Like, when did I think I got to the level where I thought,
when did you start MCing? Well, just give us a wee background. When did you start MCing, and when did you start thinking, you know what, I think I've got the hang of this?
I've got something new. I know. Probably like when probably talking like 15 plus years ago. Like I used to just like MC the rave music. What was like obviously the thing in the Northeast, which it still is, but like I didn't really know that anyone rapped here. I didn't even think it was a thing. To be fair, I'd heard the odd people having a go, but now just when that kids with daft American accents and that, now it's serious, you know what I mean? And then like I had discovered a few of like the hip hop heads from up here who were actually class, and I was like, wow, so that is a scene up here.
Could you name drop a couple of them for people?
Of course, man. Like I used to go into a youth club, like a youth centre thing, where they used to come down with the decks and people used to jump on the mic and stuff like that. And then there's a DJ called ADS, Adam. He was part of a crew called the Scruffs, like SKRUFZ. It was like 3 guys, and they were like hip hop, boom bap style rap. And he sort of opened my eyes to the hip hop scene in like Newcastle. So that was them. It was Adlib, Deej, and ADS were like the Scruffs. But then there was a guy called Rick Fury in a crew called Dialect. And I was just a massive fan of them. Proper class from like South Shields. And then from there, I was like, nah, I'm going to have to start now. Because I'd always been a big hip-hop grime fan or whatever, but I just, when you're not a part of that scene up here, you kind of think it's impossible to get into that. Do you know what I mean?
It's interesting because it's the same thing. I think everybody round about my age in Scotland, we always joke about it as well. We all thought we'd invented Scottish hip hop.
But that
And
was
then,
before.
well, because it wasn't really internet. You know, there was the
Aye.
internet existed, but
Aye, it wasn't like now like it is now.
nah, there wasn't really. It was a simpler time. But as a result, you know, I had to go back and discover all the hip hop's actually got a rich history going in Glasgow and beyond, Paisley, whatever. Going back to the late 80s, you know, Two Tone Committee, Power Cut Productions and stuff. So but it's interesting that everybody does. I mean, it's the lack of mainstream attention because of regional dialects, and it's exactly the same in the north, east, like yourself, as in Scotland, where it seems to be criminally overlooked.
Oh, for sure. Like, I fully support that. Like, the whole regional thing, I think it should be pushed more because it's an identity for one, and it's like an our own thing. But like you say, it's criminally overlooked in it, and it has been for a number of years.
And how did you like? So obviously, I think Scottish and Newcastle accents, although different, they're very similar. So I could pick up your accent on, even though you're going really fast, I can pick up, I can hear it very clearly. What was the first time you heard a Scottish accent, and were you able to comprehend it straight away, or did it take a wee while to
I
get used
think
to
so.
it?
Like, I feel like even when if I've just been to Scotland before, like for whatever reason, and I speak to even some drunk Scottish guy in a bar, like you could just be whatever, and I still manage to understand. I don't know if it's just a link between like the north, like you say in Scotland, where you can just get it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. There's nowhere a better example than Lindisfarne Festival, which is was it the Beano or the Dandy, the Jocks and the Geordies? But it's basically everyone's either from Newcastle or Scotland. It's you've obviously seen you playing that a few times. Are you playing this year?
No, I'm not this year, to be fair, but I have quite a few years. It's a class festival. Like, I would recommend that anyone who hasn't been, like, for sure.
So you got the clinic coming up on the 18th of July. Yep.
2 weeks Saturday, I think.
2 weeks. Yep. For
or a week Saturday.
11 days. Well,
a week on Saturday.
This is the 7th of the 7th at 7 p.m. That's maybe technical issues. Bang on 7 o'clock.
Exactly.
It's all right. It's all right.
We're sorted now.
I was the last time we were down in Newcastle. We ended up having beers the following day outside the clinic. I've not actually been inside it, but I've heard that it's the venue to be. It's the one you want to be at in the.
It's a decent venue for sure.
Yeah. So what's the night all about? What can people expect?
Well, basically, me and NATO Northeast basically started collaborating. Even though I've known the kid for 10 years plus, he's like a year younger than me, and I think I met him when he was like 18. So that like over 10 years ago, and we just never made music with each other, even though we're both into the same stuff. It just never happened. And for years, it's like a message in an inbox. We should do a tune together, bro. I definitely will link up here, and it just never happened. And then last summer, it was like, should we do a tune together, bro? Aye. And then I like went down to his, and then we just like got into creative mode and like literally track after track after track after track. Maybe it was all the years of built up not doing them happened at once, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But so it's basically a sort of set for me and him to do all the tracks that we've recorded, with a few solos each in, obviously, from our catalogues and stuff. But the main night is like to focus on the stuff we've dropped over like the past 10 months.
And it's what kind of, because obviously every time I see a new Just Be track, I don't know what to expect, which is it's a good thing, because it could be grime, it could be boom bap, it could be Makina. Which you want to tell people about Makina?
Yeah, well, Makina basically is the biggest sort of genre for the Northeast. Like, I was introduced to it in sort of like, there was a club called the New Monkey in Sunderland, where the MCs used to MC there, and we used to have the cassette tapes back in the day, were like the things to have with just like the sets on recorded from the night. So it was like the club. I was never old enough to get in. It got shut down before I hit 18, unfortunately. But I've been to like many different versions of it, if you get what I mean. And it was just like a Spanish Makina, hard, fast music, basically, with MCs over the top. people would say just like council estate type music, but you know what I mean? That's what people say. But like everyone around here's grew up on it. Everyone knows the tracks. Even there could be 30-year-old rave tracks, but they still get played today.
Yeah. It's
super fast over the top of that pretty much. But that's when I was introduced to it, and then everyone loves it up here. People love it in Scotland as well, though. I've noticed.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
It's got a bit of a
Scottish
different thing. It's a different thing, but yeah, it was actually there was a because Scotland was playing the World Cup. There was actually there was a lot of Scottish World Cup, but it was a kind of diss track culture.
Right,
it was like the gangs. So the gangs were dissing the other gangs.
Yeah.
You know, slagging each other's maws over a pure bag of beat. So it's there's a lot of similarities and there's a lot of differences between what you do and what happens here. But yeah. Absolutely. Glasgow loves that kind of stuff. There's also what's the Yorkshire's got its own kind of thing as well, isn't it? Do you know anything?
They've got a sort of similar sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's the own thing.
Yeah, but it's the same sort of vibe.
Yeah, aye. It's a scheme. It's from the schemes.
Sev,
shout outs to Sevka, who's actually I've got a new song out with Sevka, Death of a Daydream. Music video is going to premiere here on Thursday night, 7:00. But Sev's asked, nice to be introduced to your music. You mentioned creative mode. How do you get into that?
As in just how to become creative.
Yeah,
I'm guessing what I was on about before was just obviously like two people who are similarly inspired, I suppose, bouncing off each other. I think that's what it was. And like I said, we were meant to do tracks for a number of years together, which never happened. So it was like, oh, we should do this, we should do that. And it's just millions of ideas and creative stuff happening all at once. So then I just end up writing a few songs a day and a lot of demos though. So not being afraid to just record, even though it's not perfect, because for a number of years I've been stuck in sort of perfectionism, like that's not good enough. And then for the past few months when we've been doing stuff, I've just been like just doing it, putting it out there.
Just do it.
If it feels good at the time, then somebody's gonna like it somewhere.
Well, I just did a demo on Friday.
Yeah, man.
I let someone hear it, and then I did a better version the next day and ruined it.
Oh, really? Because the demo had better energy. Sometimes it's the moment, innit?
I complicated it. I overcomplicated it.
Overthought it, for sure, man. Definitely.
And you know, it's because it's such a nice beat. It's like so I don't do Jackal Trees doesn't. I don't even try and do the kind of flows that you're doing or anything. But there's the MC part of me that wants to just make it more complicated. But that song didn't need it. I should have just left it. But I'm going to go back.
Not needed.
There's a bit from column A and a bit from column B. The first one was too simplistic. The second one needed a bit of spice. There was too much spice on it. I just need to sort of get the seasoning right, and it'll be fine.
Of course.
I've actually got a video of the fantasies. How would you describe that? What kind of beats fantasies?
This is like a Makina rework. So this track Fantasies is like an old school, like I was just mentioning before, like a Makina track that's like well known across the whole of Northumberland, the North East Sunderland, the whole region basically. It's just a classic it's massive nostalgia trip for me. It's like I remember being a teenager listening to this, and it's just like, and I've done a number of like these sort of remixes, like slowing it down a bit to more of a grime rap tempo, but like I wasn't gonna do any more. Then I was like, no, I need to do this one, and it's just a nostalgia trip for me, basically.
I'm going to play it because for people who just don't maybe not understand, because obviously I'm more into my boom bap type stuff as well, but it sounds class. I love the accent over this beat, so let's check it out. This is Fantasies.
How many more times did I want to see me go back to the start? I've been down memory lane, the avenues in the states up north. I was trapped like a stalk. Never really did it for the cash or the fame, just wanted a chance to be leaving a mark. It's hard when nobody reps for the northeast and around here I get left in the dark. I'm just wishing time it would slow down. Wanna see a piece of ground in your hometown. Never heard the sound of the starting gun in 10 years I passed, don't know where to go now. Stories above to the B-side, lyrics on the villas ever since I was knee high. Still I stay buzzing like a beehive. You get cut back up like a 3-5. I'm living in a valley of the ash trees. Wear a valley or a mask like Cass if you bash G's, and get cash that's tax free and stay sharp like a Mac 3. Made tracks on a crack version of Logic on an old MacBook, so that's free. Still I put everything that I had inside so it now gets past me. I come through and they know I'm authentic. I spit like the rent's due now when I spent it. I feel like I've been on the do, I'm demented. And everything I see is pure true and I meant it. They haven't got a clue where the rest live. They wouldn't know what to do in the trenches. I didn't need to queue for the guest list. I'm different, didn't do what the rest did. Still pray for the ones that are gone. I put your name in a bar and a song. I felt pain in me heart, I was strong. I never been the same, so I'm marching along. Feels like I'm going in circles, downstream in a boat with no purpose. The tone speaks and it shows in the verses. I'm northeast but me flow's universal. It's funny how time flies. Back then no Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. Just stuck a blank tape and a hi-fi. In a rave no phone, just wide eyes. Back then it felt like I had 9 lives. On a set rinsing the same 5 rhymes. Then I switch on the rave to the grime. H3 brought the rain to Tyneside. Then around the globe I'm not the same kid from down the road. I went from PlayStation to cloud of smoke to announcing shows where the crowd explodes. With 1,000 flows, been a long December like counting crows. Stay freezing out in the cold, keep killing the rhythm until the cows come home. Now change but the prices. Back then full of doubt and decisiveness. Now I wanna shout who's the best on the mic. You ain't got the drive, I'm revoking the licenses. Put the fries in a bag, it lives in me blood. I'm not flagging a flag, I kill him in a ring like Ivan Drago. I'm supplying a bag. Ever since I was a little young and never seen this coming. Dreaming of doing it for a living. Let me bread and butter open, coming from the gutter. Singing for me something like I'm Tommy Tuck. I'm taking every chance I give and never giving up. I'm filling me cup up until it brim until it's spilling everywhere. Now when I couldn't give a single fuck. People sitting wishing and they wanna sing it suffer. On me more than guarantee there isn't any other. And there's never been one since. Cause I've got it on lock like Bronson. The only time I stop's when I'm unconscious. They didn't want it cause the flow's obnoxious. Now I'm back in the place. Been killing MC since back in the day. Still hacking away. Racking me brain. Never wanna sing us back on the tackle again. Cause every minute I'm in it I feel unlimited. Trying to turn a fantasy into something intimidating. A kid out from the village just trying to big lyricist. You heard it all before but I'm back and I'm reliving it. I don't wanna big another brassic Joe Gilgan. Every time I drop another classic I'll be killing them. I used to freestyle at the league or the pavilion. I used to get them stage for free. Now I'm billing them.
Just be revoking licenses. Love that line. Amazing, man. With and I heard you mention the villas again. So can you explain the villas? Because obviously you reference the villas a lot in your music.
And no one knows what it is. It's basically just an area where I grew up, to be fair. I never even lived there, but I lived close by. And it's just where all my friends lived. And it was called Woodhorn Villas. Like Villas, but like just we pronounce it like Villas, but like it's Woodhorn Villas. Just like a housing estate, to be fair, where I grew up, to be fair.
So it's like when you said it's a nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
What does that beat make you think of? Or were you talking Merrydown, Scyther, Mayfair cigarettes?
More like it's more like White Thumb for us, like, but just the cheap, nasty stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're young and.
Well, Merrydown was cheap and nasty, but the rebranded.
Maybe that was more of a Scottish one.
No, well, we'd Frosty Jacks and White Lightning. We were cheap and nasty too. But it's funny that I went to Belladrum Festival a few years ago, and they'd repackaged Merrydown as like a kind of hipster, sort of like ironic cider.
Oh, really? The rebranded?
I don't know how it's doing. I mean, you don't see it. I've not seen it anywhere else, but I think they tried to make it ironic cider or something.
Oh, no.
So that is the sound of the villas when you're growing up.
Pretty much.
Were you listening to? Were you also listening to like American boom bap type stuff at that time as well?
Like probably the first rap I said I probably heard were the likes of like probably what everyone listened to, like your Tupac, your Biggie. But then I used to like a lot of Big L, Big Pun, people who were fast, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Twister, Busta Rhymes. Like I was always like really like people who were like fast at them, and I just loved it. Like Tech Nine, anything that was on it was just like that extra bit for me. I just loved it.
And when you're writing these songs, are you hearing the flow in your head, and how long? I'm just curious. I think what I'm curious about is breath control.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't even attempt that stuff because it's too difficult.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's just like.
Are you at the stage? Well, yeah. What would your tip be to someone younger than me? This isn't for me, by the way. This is for the young MCs coming up with that haven't smoked all their life.
I haven't absolutely damaged their lungs. I mean, I had to be fair, but no, I think like it's just because like MCing to like super fast BPMs first, so I started fast and then went slow. If you get what I mean. So I started MCing to like 170, 180 BPM, like German trance, Makina stuff as the beginner. So then going doing to 140 grime, 90 BPM hip hop, yeah, it's like, oh well, I've already done the fast stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm going slower, yeah. So it's just incorporating the. I think I'm just stuck in that mode. Like a lot of the time, I find it's harder to do slower stuff, even though I can and I have, but like not as much.
Yeah, but it's nice when you get that the perfect mix. You know, you've
Yeah,
got. I don't know if Scotland's we're blessed with lots of fast MCs. Like Physics is incredible. In fact, so you know what Physics, and I love it when he does a slow bit, but then he's got that. Then he just that in football terms, that turn of pace just to kind of speed it up again. I love it when it comes together like that. And shout outs to Ian as well, who's fairly new, but you were
yeah, I really like him. I've seen bits of his stuff, obviously, and then I've seen him at on that Isle of Arran. I really like his flow and the way he styles his tracks and stuff. Just like he's constant with it, man. Very fast, class.
Yeah, no, he's doing great. And I mean, I think that was like his 5th gig ever.
Oh, really?
Like, aye, well, I've known him for years, but he's just been a fan of he's been a fan of the gigs and coming to gigs and just being at festivals. He's been in the background. He didn't mention once that he could rap, and then one day just sent me a message saying, "Can you check out my first rap song?" Which is sometimes I'll get those messages, and you're usually like,
"Oh yeah,
the first rap songs it's not going to be good," but it was fucking brilliant, and I'm like, "Wait, hold on a minute." He's been secretly working in the lab. But yeah, he's obviously worked in his craft in the background for sure. Who else played that night? With Gasp and Keane were also on that night as well.
I was really impressed with Keane. Gasp, a legend. I remember seeing him at that first audio shoot. That was the first time I seen him live, and I've been a fan since then. To be fair,
there's actually a Tam. Shouts to Tam. Tam found a video for audio shoot, and I don't know how long it is, but Gasp's whole set's on it. I wonder if your set's on it. But we're gonna. It's all in the.
Got to look back on it.
Yeah, it's good to look back on it, but we need to find a way. I need to buy a DVD extension.
Oh, so like a camera, like an old school.
Yeah,
camera.
so what? Yeah, it was Tam's brother. I think it was Tam's brother, Jim, R.I.P. Jim Adams, legend. He used to film a lot of the stuff and then put it on DVDs.
Right.
So we've got all this footage for like hours and hours and hours of footage from all these different
review.
To review, yeah, just see all these fresh young
some
faces.
Hidden gems in it, man, innit?
For sure, man. We just need to get it digitalized. So the project that you're bringing out, what kind of sound is that you've been working on?
I've been working on a collaborative project with someone. Like it isn't announced, so I'm not really gonna say his name because it's like sort of a surprise. But it's kind of like mainly like rap hip hop, to be fair. Like on the project that me and this other Northeast lads working on, we just need to record one more session and it's done. I'm trying to think what the style beats are. There's like a couple of fastish sort of grime stuff, but it's like predominantly like rap and sort of emotional type stuff. To be fair, I'm quite excited to release that. Probably in the next few months that'll be announced. Like it's done, just needs one more session of recording.
And where when you're recording, how fast is that process? You just sort of alluded to earlier on, you were just being a bit too much of a perfectionist. What changed? What changed in your mindset?
I think for this project, it's still a bit of that perfectionism, like because it's like different style of stuff, and then it's back to the like sort of all that sort of style stuff I'm doing, like more introspective. So like more time will be took with the recording process, and I've took ages to write one of the verses. Like I've been the one holding it up, to be fair. I was like more of a deep track, and I just couldn't approach it. I didn't know how to do it, but it's done now. But no, the recording of this will probably be done in like 8 hours to finish it off. But it's took about a year all in.
So what made you think? What made you go? This is it. It's finished. It's over. It's done.
I don't know. Just give myself a kick up the arse. I think it was like, right, you need to do this one verse. You're holding it up. It needs to get out before it gets too wild, and you just didn't want to put it in it all. So it's like, just finish it.
So it must be a good verse.
Aye.
It is a good verse. It must be a good verse. It's a good verse, and that's why you don't want to let it go. You're having fun playing about with it, like a crossword.
Nah, it wasn't even like that, you know. It was just like I couldn't think an out, and I just didn't do now. And then I wrote the verse in like an hour. So I sat and thought about it for about 4 months, and then just done it in like an hour. So just putting it off, really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it's done now, so
amazing.
It just needs recording. It's done. excited for that.
So we can't announce anything of that. So what stuff is out just now that we can point people towards that if they want to?
The tracks with NATO Northeast, a new literally track has just dropped in the past couple of days. A grime track called Sitting Ducks. It won't really promote it yet because we're waiting to just like do a couple of clips and stuff ready for the gig basically, and then we'll perform it there for the first time. So that's just came out.
Can I get it? Can I get it now?
You probably could. That's not like a music video or anything. But the Ducks is spelled D-U-X.
Okay.
Just to be awkward.
Oh, that's all right. It's going to be easy to find that way. Yeah, I found it. Okay, cool. That's
download. Literally came out, and we'll be performing that on the next weekend, and then we'll just be performing all the tracks we've released in the past 10 months, pretty much.
Amazing. And is you seem where can people follow you? Where are you most active?
Probably Instagram. Just underscore B, but then Facebook, it's just me actual personal name, Robert Stories, my main page on there, and then TikTok. Started to use TikTok recently, which is just B, but the S is a 5, just to be awkward and have different usernames on every platform.
Sorry, I'll update it and then for people who are wanting to give you a follow if you're listening to the.
It's difficult because there's a Just Be who's like a K-pop group who are huge. They came out after me, by the way. I was first.
I know, I seen that.
They're massive new, and I'm just like, so when you search Just Be on YouTube, it's all them unless you put Just Be the track title. If you put or rapper, then it's all me. So sometimes the odd one might come up with me, but I'm like, damn it. But I was first. Sue
them, man. K-pop's got money.
I was definitely before them.
Yes, well, get them sued, man. Get them sued. One of my good friends, Lou. He was called the Rag and Bone Man for years before Rag and Bone Man. He's a one-man band, so he's got a half a drum kit and a guitar.
Yeah.
In fact, he played that, and I don't know if he was the same night as you though, but he was. Then I met. He hates Rag and Bone Man because he stole his name, and then he changed his name to the Rag and Bone Man.
The one and only Rag and Bone Man, the original.
But the Rag and Bone Man, but I actually met Rag and Bone Man at a Classic Grand. He just jumped up for a cypher. He was in the crowd and he jumped up. I can't remember.
Rapping that didn't he before?
He was actually sound. And I wanted to dislike him because I knew my friend. It's like you bumping into Just Be the K-pop guy, and you're like,
well, it's a group. There's a few of them. Could probably jump us.
That'd be a good scandal, wouldn't it? Fighting with K-pop superstars.
Therefore.
So I've added that on. I've got Sitting Ducks. I'm just downloading that just now. So can you tell us a little bit about Sitting Ducks and where it comes from and what it is?
Me and Nato basically just been working with a guy called English G. He's just like a grime producer I think he's from either the Southwest, I believe. And we just really like his beats, and we're just sort of back and forth with him, and then we're just because we were like you say, like to play with genre, so we've done some rave stuff, done some sort of hip hop stuff, and then we'll be making some grime tracks with him. So he's got some bangers, so just bang the track out pretty much, and we like it to put it out, to be fair.
And I have permission to play this. Can you just tell me that? Yeah. I got hit with a copyright claim this week.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, I was interviewing it wasn't the guy it was the guy that I was interviewing. I shouldn't say the name. I'm not going to say the name because it wasn't his fault. But see if I'm interviewing somebody and they recommend, put that one on. I think that's a fair game. But the person that filmed it, that recorded it, sorry if you're watching this, by the way, I'm not starting any beef. I think we've came to an agreement. I think we're okay. But he said that he would tell YouTube that to take back the copyright strike because I've got 4 days to delete the video or I have a copyright strike. And I think you get 2 and then your channel gets scrubbed. So
2 or 3, I think. I'd see that 2 or 3 and you're gone.
Yeah, so I wouldn't fancy that. How have you been watching the World Cup? Do you give a fuck?
Nah, not so much now. I've seen clips here and there, but as a youth, I used to love football. But as I grew up, I think it's just couldn't care nowadays.
It's you know, I was quite similar as well. With the football was my life, and then sort of music kind of took over it a wee bit.
Yeah, I think it's just like not having too many things. Like music's my thing, but like I did used to love football. I used to play football, just like not properly, but as a kid, you know, with all your mates and stuff, was like something you just done, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we've got sitting ducks here. I've got that lined up. Well, it's been great chatting to you, man. We'll have hopefully have sitting ducks to finish the show. An error occurred. Fuck it, it's just technology, mate. It's technology. The clinic. Oh yeah. Sorry, that was what I wanted to ask you is who else is playing the clinic on the 18th, and
so
also who else is who's the other kings of the north? Who's the other people
basically
who have just heard the northeast accent for the first time? Who should they be checking it?
I would definitely say a guy called Rick Fury. He's like my number one for the northeast. Just a legend in my eyes, and he's playing the night when we're on. Gilly Manjiro, Rick Fury, boom bap hip hop legends. We've got Rob Rez and a guy called Fletchy, Benny Benjamins, and K1. They're sort of like a little collective. They've got their own little thing going on, so they're opening as well. And there's a guy called Newcastle Emcee, very sick MC. Grime, dubstep, does bits of rap. He's playing as well, so should be a sick night, to be fair.
Amazing, man. It's good. So I'm going to just play. I'm going to play it off of YouTube just now. If people are listening to the audio podcast, then I'll change it up. But sorry if it just sounds it might just sound a little bit tinny. Sometimes it's all right, but usually you're better off downloading it first. So Sitting Ducks, Just Be, and where we're going to see you in Scotland soon.
I hope so. I'd love to come up and play in Scotland, like definitely. I like the place. I've always had good fun every time I've been.
Amazing. Well, hopefully can make that happen.
Yes,
so Sitting Ducks. Thank you very much. Just Be.
Nice one, man.
Take it easy, bud. Catch you.
See you later, bud.
You know I'm gonna talk my shit. You know I'm gonna smoke my split plank. You know I'm gonna walk that quick. Sent to the bottom like a heavy old shit. Rise to the top like Dream in the crop. I'm high as fuck and I rush non-stop. Smoke so much till we heat fall up. I just wanna see you fall.
Yeah, acid rain. Get from the edge to the end, feel pain. Back to back and we're active again. I've heard your tracks, you know, acting the same. And real life better get back in your lane. For the streets and the avenues to the back lanes. And bait to the old door with the ball, bait for the NET. Better remember the name.
MC's looking like sitting ducks. Must be sniffing dust if you think that you're bigger than us.
Little scrubs better listen up, cause I'm wearing any MC. Cut this fool.
You're not wicked and bad, you're not wicked as fuck like just walking with causing a rush.
Kush, causing a fuss. Then an MC to be pouring a cup.
Figured that I did a better water. Send an MC to the slaughter.
There must be 7 on the vodka. Send an MC to the doctor.
Spin a little bit of venom every time I get up on the rhythm. I'll blow your mind.
You've never ever seen nobody do it better when I'm stepping on the stage with a flow like mine.
Gonna pop that shit like an earthquake. She's giving me earwig. Gonna pop that shit like an earthquake. In the worst way. MC's giving me earwig. Gonna pop that shit like an earthquake. MC's giving me earwig. Gonna pop that shit like an earthquake. In the worst way. Yeah, you're not from here. MC's chat, but I cannot hear.
Who gave you the bright idea to grab the microphone and sound shite? Oh dear.
Oh yes, what's next? I was in Japan, now I'm back in the flesh.
No stress, there's more when I get them all on the mic, get wrecked on the set.
When I pop that shit like an earthquake. MC's giving me earwig. When I pop that shit like an earthquake. In the worst way. MC's giving me earwig. When I pop that shit like an earthquake. MC's giving me earwig. When I pop that shit like an earthquake. In the worst way.
Sitting Ducks, NATO Northeast, 18th of July at the Cluny. Shout, there's Ian in the house. Shouts to Ian. And we'll be back here at 7 o'clock Thursday for the official music video release of Jackal Trades, Sevka with Wav Machine on the beat. Sev's sister has put together an incredible video all the way in Poland. We're taking some footage from Scotland and edited it in Poland, and it looks amazing. It'll be premiered here on You Call That Radio at 7 o'clock on Thursday. So I'll hopefully see you there for that. And make sure you follow Just Be, because he is truly the king of the Northeast. And thank you to our patrons who make this show possible at patreon.com/You Call That Radio, and all the YouTube members. Thank you. We are sponsored by Nikon. Thank you. Bye.